Hey YouTube, Scott Stevens here. Hey, check this out. I've seen a lot of people having a problem with the independent tab disappearing when they're customing up their conference, and it is an issue, and it's ridiculous on the part of EA Sports. So I'm going to show you how to take care of that. All right, how to avoid that. So you come into your Dynasty, you want to start a new one. I'll just start a dummy one here. Single player multi-cloud, doesn't really matter. Most people are using the multi-cloud, so we'll go with that. Default roster, just something for dummy. To come into the Dynasty setup. Okay. All right, Reese, that's enough. Shut up, Reese. Thank you. All right, come into your custom conferences, okay? Now, what you have at the top is all of the conferences, okay? Here are your independent schools. There's only 3 of them. And really, I don't know why there's any left. Join the fucking conference already, okay? Jesus. I mean, why holding out? UConn and UMass? I mean, I get that they were in the Big East and it went away, but join a fucking conference, man. Come on. It's 2024. Anyway, all right. You want to add these schools to conferences. I get that. Most people want to add Notre Dame to a conference. I understand that 100%. But here's what happens. If you add all 3 of these schools to a conference, there's no more schools under this tab, and then the independent tab will disappear. So what happens is everything gets thrown off from top to bottom. See here, you see Conference USA and the Conference USA schools, independent and the independent schools, Mid-American and Mid-American schools. What happens, though, if you remove this independent tab, all of a sudden everything below gets moved over. So Conference USA will now show Mid-American schools, and Mid-American will show Mountain West schools. I know a lot of you have had this problem, and it's a very, very easy fix. The thing to do is set up your conferences the way you want. Okay, do everything you want to do. Don't touch the independents. All right, make your Pac-12, redo your SEC, do your Sun Belt, whatever you want to do. Make the ACC a powerhouse again, whatever you want to do, and don't touch your independents. When you have everything the way you like, then go to your independents, okay? Now, this is not a fix by any means. This is just how you can get through it, all right? So we'll say I have my Pac-12 all set. Everything's good to go. All right, so you want to come to your independents the very last thing you do. The last thing you do, all right? So Notre Dame, we'll put them in the Mid-American, okay? And this will just show you what I'm talking about. We'll put UConn in the Midwest, because that makes sense. And UMass we'll put in the Pac-12. All right, now all of a sudden, you don't have any schools, and the independent tab is still there. Okay, here's your Conference USA schools. Here's your Mid-American schools. Now, once you come out, and you come back in, there's your problem. See? Now the independent is done. The independent tab is finished. So there's your Conference USA schools. They're right, but there's your Mid-American. It's not showing any schools. You move over to the Mountain West, and there is your Mid-American schools. Scroll over to the Pac-12. There's your Mountain West schools. So removing your independents, putting them all in conferences, removes that tab. But if you leave the independents for the very last thing you do, then you never have to go in there again, and it's not a problem. That's the way to get around that. It's not a fix by any means, because there is no fix that I'm aware of as of now. But by doing that, you do your independents last, then you never have to come in here again, and you don't even notice that the tab is missing and that the schools are showing all screwed up. Thanks, EA, for that. But that's the best way to do that. Just do your independents last thing you do, then back out, advance into your Dynasty, and then you have
from the ground up or take over an established contender. Pay attention to each team's
dude, shut up, man.
Represented by the number of stars next to each team's name.
Okay,
teams
thank you.
with a higher prestige will be
all right.
ready to compete for the college football playoff right away.
That makes sense,
lower
Reese.
prestige teams provide a greater challenge to build into contenders.
Oh, thank you for that information.
Up to you.
All right, I wish I had the choice to shut you up. I kind of do, but all right. Anyway, you come in, select your team, and then you never have to go back to that custom conferences again at the beginning of your dynasty because you're past that, and then you don't even notice that the tabs are not lining up. That's how I did it. It worked for me because you never see it again, so you don't even realize that it's a problem. So that's how you get around it. It is not a fix, but it's how you get around it. And I hope that helps. I'll see you next time.